Think Grandmasters never fall for simple traps? Think again. In this video, we're going to look at real games where world-class players blundered in the opening and paid the price. During the 2024 Champions Chess Tour Crunch Lab Masters, world number 3 Fabiano Caruana was paired with world number 15 Firouzja. The game got off to a slow start, with Caruana opting for the English opening 1c4. Firouzja responded with a solid c6 in order to control the d5 square. Caruana continues his development with knight f3, and Firouzja strikes with d5. After Caruana plays g3 in order to fianchetto his bishop, Firouzja develops his bishop, putting pressure on Caruana's knight, so Caruana jumps forward with an attack on the bishop. Firouzja consequently decides to drop his bishop back. Caruana then seized the initiative, moving his queen to a more active square and putting pressure on the b7 and d5 pawns, so Firouzja offered a queen trade with queen b6. Caruana then decided to play pawn takes d5. This forces a queen trade unless black wants to lose a pawn. If black now simply recaptures the pawn, white has excellent development with knight c3, and black's position is simply unpleasant. So Firouzja played bishop e4, forking the rook and the pawn. He had calculated that white would save his rook with f3, and then he would be able to capture his pawn back, pressuring the weak b3 pawn. However, Caruana completely ignored this threat and played the stunning pawn takes c6. If black takes back on c6, he is simply down a pawn with an unpleasant position. So he falls into Caruana's devious trap and takes the hanging rook. Now pause the video and see if you can find how white wins the game. If you found the insane brilliancy rook takes a7, congratulations, you are a strong tactical player. Black has no way to defend or move his rook, so he must take. After black takes the rook, white simply advances his c-pawn, and there is no way to stop devastating promotion. Our next game is from the 1958 United States Chess Championship. The players were, at the time, the strongest in the United States, Bobby Fischer and Samuel Reshevsky. It starts off with a standard Sicilian dragon, Reshevsky's specialty. Fischer opts for a development scheme with bishops on c4 and e3 and places his knights on d4 and c3, the Yugoslav attack. After black castles, Fischer drops his bishop back to b3, getting it off the c-file and out of the way of the black pieces. After Reshevsky chases Fischer's bishop around with knight a5, he is already losing. Fischer found the dynamite strike e5, attacking the black knight. If the bishop is captured, Fischer will simply capture on f6, and after knight takes a1 and f takes g7, white wins because the black knight is trapped. If black instead tries knight to h5, g4 traps the knight. For these reasons, Reshevsky drops the knight back to e8. Now, can you find what Reshevsky couldn't and win the game for white? If you found the brilliant bishop takes f7, congratulations. If black plays rook takes f7, white has the stunning knight e6. If the knight is captured, the queen falls, but the queen is trapped anyway. Due to this, black played king captures f7, and white played knight e6 anyway. If black takes with the king, his king will be hunted and checkmated, so he is forced to give up his queen for 2 pieces. Even though Reshevsky played on for a few more moves, Fischer went on to convert cleanly. Our final game is from the World Blitz Championship in 2010. It was played between Dmitry Andreikin, who has a peak FIDE rating of 2,743, and World Championship contender Sergey Karjakin. The game starts out tame, with both sides developing their pieces, until white plays the central strike d4. After black captures the pawn, instead of playing the expected knight takes d4, white jumps forward with knight d5, putting pressure on the black position. After black develops his bishop, white continues to put pressure on the black position with bishop g5, attacking the black queen. If black plays something like f6, his bishop is blocked in and his position is generally miserable. Because of this, he develops a knight to d7. This is where the fireworks begin. White plays the impossible-looking knight takes d4. If black plays knight takes, white can play bishop takes d7, winning the black queen. Because of this, black plays bishop takes d4. White follows up with the impossible-looking queen takes d4. If black recaptures the queen, he is checkmated with knight c6, so black instead castles. White continues his attack with knight f6 check, so black moves his king. After knight g4 discovered check, If black takes the white queen, white has a stunning checkmate with bishop f6 followed by knight h6. After f6, white simply takes the pawn, with mate to follow. As always, thanks for watching, and if you wish to improve at chess, like and subscribe to Opening Theory TV.